Hi, this is Rob. How to use the cooking functions of the Ninja Combi all-in-one multi-cooker, oven, and air fryer.
Have you brought the air fryer into the bed?
You can use the Ninja Combi as a multi-cooker, which means you can cook one thing on the top rack and something completely different on the bottom rack at the same time. You can use the Ninja Combi as an oven, steamer, air fryer, or stovetop.
Gas stove.
No, not a gas stovetop. What do you get with the Ninja Combi cooker? You get a Combi pan, a crisper tray, a bake tray, a quick start guide, and a recipe booklet with a limited number of recipes.
Just looking at the booklet at the moment.
The Combi pan, crisper tray, and bake tray are dishwasher safe. When air frying, the crisper tray goes inside of the Combi pan. The electrical cord is a 3-prong cord, and the length of the cord is 34 inches, which is 2 feet 10 inches long.
That long?
The control panel. The control panel is split into two. On the left side are the settings to use the Ninja Combi as a Combi cooker for recipes for Combi meals. Combi crisp, Combi bake, steam, proof, and rice and pasta. On the right side of the control panel are the settings for air fryer, bake, broil, pizza, toaster, Sear Sauté, slow cooker, and Sous Vide. With the included inspiration guide, recipe booklet, are recipes and charts for some of the cooking settings, but not all of the cooking settings.
Not all.
The Ninja Combi uses Infused steam and Cyclonic Air for cooking your meals. Infused steam cooks food quickly and evenly without the risk of burning or overcooking. Infused steam cooking is a gentler cooking method because the steam does not reach the high temperatures that can damage food. As a result, infused steam cooking can help to preserve the nutrients and flavor of food. Also, infused steam can reduce cooking times by up to 50%.
Copy that, 50%.
So for many of the Ninja Combi recipes, you will be adding 1 cup to 4 cups of water to the Combi pan to produce the steam. The Cyclonic Air is produced by a fan in the Ninja Combi. The Cyclonic Air evenly distributes heat inside the Ninja Combi. This also results in faster and more consistent cooking, as well as food that is crispier on the outside and juicier in the inside. The Combi cooker settings. To use the Combi cooker settings, switch the smart switch up and to the left.
Switch.
Then you can use the Combi cooker settings on the left side of the control panel. Use the up or down function buttons to select the cook setting that you want. The first setting is Combi Meals. This setting is used for making main dishes and side dishes at the same time, usually making rice or pasta on the bottom level and your protein or chicken or meat on the top level of the Ninja Combi. Or use this setting for preparing one-pot meals that combine protein, vegetables, and grains. When using the Combi Meal setting, use the up and down arrows to the left of the display to choose a temperature from 250 degrees Fahrenheit to 450 degrees Fahrenheit in either 10 or 15 degree increments. Then use the arrows to the right of the display to adjust the cook time in 1-minute increments up to 60 minutes. However, if you're using temperatures over 400 degrees Fahrenheit, the maximum cook time you can set is 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Then press the Start-Stop button to begin the cooking process. Then the unit will begin preheating by building steam. The display will show progress bars indicating the preheating in progress. When the Ninja Combi reaches the appropriate steam level, the timer will begin counting down. In the last 30 seconds of the cook time, the internal light will automatically illuminate.
His lights are turning on.
When the cook time reaches 0, the Ninja Combi will beep.
It beeps.
And display end. If your food requires more time, use the up arrows to the right of the display to add additional time. The Ninja Combi will skip preheating and continue to cook, and the timer will count down. The Combi Crisp setting. The Combi Crisp setting is for cooking dishes that require both crispy and moist textures,
Crispy?
such as roasted vegetables, crispy chicken wings, fish fillets, crispy fries, crispy onion rings, potato wedges, and mozzarella sticks. When using the Combi Crisp setting, use the up and down arrows to the left of the display to choose a temperature from 250 degrees Fahrenheit to 450 degrees Fahrenheit in either 10 or 15 degree increments. Then use the arrows to the right of the display to adjust the cook time in 1 minute increments up to 60 minutes. Then press Start-Stop button to begin the cooking process.
Simply press the button.
Then the Combi will begin preheating by building steam. This will take about 20 minutes to build steam. The display will show progress bars indicating the preheating in progress. When the Ninja Combi reaches the appropriate steam level, the timer will begin counting down. In the last 30 seconds of the cook time, the internal light will automatically illuminate. When cook time reaches 0, the Ninja Combi will beep and display end. If your food requires more time, use the up arrows to the right of the display to add additional time.
To add more time, say, green freeze.
The Ninja Combi will skip preheating and continue to cook, and the timer will count down. The Combi Bake Setting. The Combi Bake Setting can be used to prepare a variety of baked goods, including cakes, cookies, breads, and pastries. When using the Combi Bake Setting, use the up and down arrows to the left of the display to choose from 250 degrees Fahrenheit to 450 degrees Fahrenheit in either 10 or 15 degree increments. Then use the up and down arrows to the right of the display to adjust the cook time in 1 minute increments from 1 minute to 1 hour and 15 minutes. Then press Start-Stop to begin cooking. The display will show a progress bar indicating that the Combi is building steam, preheating. This will take about 20 minutes to build steam.
Just waiting for the steam to build up.
When preheating has completed, the timer will begin counting down. However, when using the bake setting, you need to keep an eye on what you are baking, because if you have your food inside the Ninja Combi during the preheating process, the preheating process will partially cook the ingredients. So, if you're baking a cake, periodically pull out the cake and stick a dry toothpick in the cake to see if the cake is still wet or done. If the cake is done, pull it out of the Ninja Combi.
Is it done?
In the last 30 seconds of the cook time, the internal light will automatically illuminate. When cook time reaches 0, the Combi will beep and display end. If your food requires more time, use the up arrows to the right of the display to add additional time. The Combi will skip preheating and continue to cook, and the timer will count down.
It's counting down.
The Combi Steam Setting. The Combi Steam Setting can be used to prepare steamed vegetables, fish or other seafood, and meat or poultry. But mainly this setting is good for making steamed vegetables.
There's a side of steamed vegetables.
To get started with the steam setting, add water to the Combi pan, about 3 cups of water.
All you got to do is add water.
Then place the crisper tray into the Combi pan. Add the ingredients on top of the crisper tray and insert Combi pan with the crisper tray into level 1, the bottom level. Use the up and down arrows to the right of the display to adjust the cook time. There is no temperature adjustment when using the steam setting. Then press the Start-Stop button to begin cooking.
Okay, press main start button.
The Combi will begin preheating to bring the liquid to a boil. The display will show progress bars indicating the Combi is building steam, preheating. When preheating has completed, the timer will begin counting down. In the last 30 seconds of the cook time, the internal light will automatically illuminate. When cook time reaches 0, the Combi will beep and display in. When you are ready to eat, remove the food. When using the steam setting, a lot of water accumulates on the inside of the Combi. After you remove the food, you need to do a dry cycle on the Combi. To do a dry cycle, after you remove the food, also remove the Combi pan and remove the crisper tray. Then press the Start-Stop button to begin the dry cycle. This will help to remove excess water that built up during the Combi cooking. The proof setting. If you bake your own bread, the Ninja Combi can be used to proof dough, which is a crucial step in the bread making process.
A lot of questions about baking bread.
In this video, I will not cover how to use this setting. However, in the included recipe booklet, there's a recipe on how to make your own pizza dough for deep dish pizza.
Deep dish pizza?
Then, the same recipe tells you how to make that pizza with the pizza setting on the Combi. I will cover the pizza setting later in this video. The rice pasta setting. This setting is used to make grains, such as rice, or to make pasta dishes. In the included recipe booklet, there's a rice chart and a pasta chart on how to cook different types of rice and different types of pasta.
White rice, brown rice.
To get started, add liquid and rice or pasta according to the recipe or the rice pasta chart into the Combi pan. Insert Combi pan to level 1, the lower level. Use the function arrows to select rice pasta setting. The Combi will default to rice. Push either the left or right up arrows to select pasta. Push either the left or right down arrows to go back to rice. Push the Start-Stop button to begin cooking.
We are cooking now. All right.
You cannot set a temperature or time in the rice pasta mode.
That can't be adjusted.
The display will show progress bars during cooking. When the rice or pasta is fully cooked, the Combi will beep and start a count-up timer. This will help to keep ingredients warm until ready for serving.
Do you think the pasta's ready?
The cook settings under the Air Fry Stovetop Mode. To use the Air Fry Stovetop Mode, move the smart switch down to the right.
Down on the right. Down on the right.
Then use the up or down function buttons to select the cook setting that you want. The Air Fry setting. Air Fry gives food crispiness and crunch with little to no oil. In the included recipe booklet, there's an air fry chart for cooking different types of vegetables, chicken, burgers, steaks, pork, bacon, lamb, fish, and seafood, and all types of frozen foods, such as chicken nuggets, fish fillets, fish sticks, French fries, mozzarella sticks, pot stickers, pizza rolls, popcorn shrimp, and tater tots. The air fry chart tells you the amount of food to prepare, the preparation, if you need to add oil, and how much oil to add, the cooking temperature, and the cooking time. For air frying, place the crisper tray into the Combi pan. You will not be adding water to the Combi pan for air frying, but you may need to add a little oil or brush the food with oil depending on the recipe.
Oil?
Place the food on the crisper tray, which is in the Combi pan. Place the Combi pan in the lower level of the Combi. Use the up and down arrows to the left of the display to choose a temperature from 250 degrees Fahrenheit to 400 degrees Fahrenheit in either 10 or 15 degree increments. Use the up and down arrows to the right of the display to adjust the cooking time in 1 minute increments up to 1 hour. Press the Start-Stop button to begin cooking. The Ninja Combi will begin preheating. Progress bars will display during the preheating. When preheating is done, the time will begin to count down. When air frying, it is recommended to periodically shake the ingredients during the cooking process. You can open the door and the time will pause. Then toss the ingredients with silicone-tipped tongs for even browning. When done, slide the Combi pan back into the lower position and close the door.
Close the door.
The cooking will resume. In the last 30 seconds of the cook time, the internal light will automatically illuminate. When cook time reaches 0, the Combi will beep and display End. The bake setting. Use the bake setting under the air fry stovetop mode like an oven for traditional baked treats and more. Remember, there's also a Combi bake setting under the Combi cooker mode. That bake setting is used mainly for making fluffier cakes and quick breads, like banana bread.
This is banana bread.
This bake setting is used to make things like mac and cheese, chicken pot pie, and other meals meant for a traditional oven. To use this bake setting, use the up and down arrows to the left of the display to choose a temperature from 300 degrees Fahrenheit to 400 degrees Fahrenheit in either 10 or 15 degree increments. Then use the up and down arrows to the right of the display to adjust the cook time up to 1 hour in 1 minute increments. Then press the Start-Stop button to begin cooking. The Combi will preheat for 3 minutes before the timer starts.
3 minutes.
During preheating, progress bars will appear on the display. When preheating is over, the timer will count down. In the last 30 seconds of the cook time, the internal light will automatically illuminate. When cook time reaches 0, the Combi will beep and display End. If your food requires more time, use the up and down arrows to the right of the display to add additional time. The unit will skip preheating and continue to cook, and the timer will count down. The broil setting. This setting uses high heat from above to caramelize and brown the tops of your food. You can use the broil setting for meats with a thicker cut, such as steak or chicken breast. Start with a higher temperature to sear the outside and then reduce the temperature to cook the interior evenly. You can also use broil for delicate fish or vegetables. Start with a lower temperature and gradually increase it until the food is cooked to your desired doneness. To set the temperature, use the up and down arrows to the left of the display to choose a temperature from 250 degrees Fahrenheit to 450 degrees Fahrenheit in 25 degree increments. Then use the up and down arrows to the right of the display to adjust the cook time up to 30 minutes in 1 minute increments. 30 minutes is the maximum cook time for the broil setting.
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Press the Start-Stop button to begin cooking. In the last 30 seconds of the cook time, the internal light will illuminate automatically.
Lights on!
When cook time reaches 0, the Combi will beep and display End. The pizza setting.
Did somebody say pizza?
The pizza setting is used to cook frozen pizzas. You want to use the cook time and cooking temperature that is on the frozen pizza box. Place the frozen pizza box on the bake tray. Slide the bake tray onto the lower position in the Combi. Use the up and down arrows to the left of the display to adjust the cooking temperature. Use the up and down arrows on the right of the display to adjust the cook time. Press the Start-Stop button to begin cooking. The Combi will preheat for 3 minutes before the timer starts counting down. Progress bars will display indicating that preheating is in progress. After preheating, the cook time will start to count down. You might need to monitor the pizza to avoid overcooking. In the last 30 seconds of the cook time, the internal light will automatically illuminate. When cook time reaches 0, the Combi will beep and display End. The toast setting. You can toast slices of bread or bagels, and you can select light, medium, or dark shade. To use the toast setting, place slices of bread in the Combi pan and insert the Combi pan onto the lower position in the Combi. Use the up and down arrows to the right of the display to indicate the number of slices. Then use the up and down arrows to the left of the display to select the desired shade, light, medium, or dark. Then press the Start-Stop button to begin toasting. The timer will begin to count down. In the last 30 seconds of the toasting time, the internal light will automatically illuminate. When toasting time reaches 0, the Combi will beep and display end. The Sear Sauté setting. Use this setting as a stovetop for browning meats, sautéing veggies, simmering sauces, and more. In the included recipe booklet, there's a recipe for slow-cooked bolognese sauce. To use the Sear Sauté function, begin by adding ingredients to the Combi pan and inserting the Combi pan into the lower level in the Combi. Then use the up and down arrows to the left of the display to select the temperature.
Temperature rising.
Of low 1, 2, 3, 4, or high 5. There's no time adjustment available when using the Sear Sauté function. Thus, you need to monitor the cooking process because you're using this setting like a stovetop, and you can only use this setting with the door open. Press the Start-Stop button to begin cooking. The timer will begin counting up. Always use non-stick utensils in the Combi pan. Do not use metal utensils as they will scratch the non-stick coating on the pot. When you are finished cooking, press the Start-Stop button to turn off the Sear Sauté function. However, the Sear Sauté function will automatically turn off after 1 hour for the heat settings of 4 and high 5.
1 hour.
And will automatically turn off after 4 hours for the heat settings of low 1, 2, and 3.
4 hours?
You can switch to another cooking function after switching off the Sear Sauté function. The slow cook setting. Use slow cook to cook your food at lower temperature for a longer period of time. To use the slow cook setting, ensure that you are only using the Combi pan without the crisper tray. Use the up and down arrows to the left of the display to select high or low temperature. Those are the only 2 temperature settings for the slow cook function. Then use the up and down arrows to the right of the display to adjust the cook time. The slow cook low time setting may be adjusted between 6 and 12 hours. The slow cook high time setting may be adjusted between 4 and 12 hours. Then press the Start-Stop button to begin cooking. In the last 30 seconds of the cook time, the internal light will automatically illuminate. When cook time reaches 0, the Combi will beep and automatically switch to keep warm mode, and then will begin counting up. The next and last setting is Sous Vide. Sous vide is the process of cooking food that has been vacuum sealed, and you cook that food while it is in that vacuum sealed bag in a temperature controlled bath water. This Combi provides that temperature controlled bath water. There are sous vide charts in the included recipe booklet for beef, pork, chicken, seafood, and vegetables. Sous vide can be complicated because it is almost always the first step in the cooking process. Foods that are cooked using sous vide should be finished by using a dry heat method such as broiling, sautéing, roasting, or air frying. I will not cover any more about sous vide in this video. Okay, that is it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to this channel. Here are some other videos you may like.